So, making sure you can feel your feet through the floor, feel the floor through your feet. I think that's what I meant to say. Toes pointing forwards. Lift and separate your toes. Try and get a little bit of movement in them. We don't tend to have that much control over our toes, so just focusing on lifting and separating your toes and then pushing them straight down into the floor. Not too strongly, make sure you're not gripping with your toes too much. Good. And think about your feet as tripods. Big toe, little toe and heel as tripods. Rolling forwards and backwards on those tripods to the toes, to the heels. Good. And feel what the rest of the body needs to do. If you've done some sessions with me, then you'll know that different parts of the body need to work a little bit as you come forwards and backwards through your toes and through your heels. So as you come through your toes, your glutes should squeeze a little. As you come back, you tuck your bottom under slightly and you should feel your abdominals working a bit. So they're quite subtle movements, this forwards and backwards. It's nothing too drastic, but you should feel different parts of the body working. And if not, then squeeze different areas. Have some poise and some tension through the body. Good tension, not bad tension. Then let's go from side to side, from one foot to the other. I separated my feet a little bit there. It feels a bit more comfortable to do that. Taking the weight onto one leg, squeezing your glute a little bit. Making sure the ribs are down, the chest is open, your chin is tucked. Lengthen through the back of the neck. Feeling your glutes squeeze on one side and then the other side. Good, feel your thighs squeeze a little bit. Be active. Make sure the knees are not completely locked back. Soften them a little bit. And then concentrate a little bit on the top half, broadening the chest, tucking through the chin. Good. And stop there. Now before we start properly, let's do a couple of extra breaths. So breathing in. Stretching all the way up with your arms, down onto your heels, hands behind your head. Let's drop the elbows forwards and then open out. So breathe it in at the top, breathe out as you bring the elbows together. Breathe in, breathe out. In, out. Good. Coming up. Breathe in, stretch up. Out, round and down, really trying to elongate out through the arms. Brilliant. Let's bring the hands onto our hips and step the legs wide like this. I'd like us to just lunge to the side and come back up. Lunge, and I'd like the body to go with it this time. Quite often we do these glidey lunges like this, but actually these ones I want us to slide or lunge to the side and come back up. Lunge and come back up. Good. Push away with the knee and then squeeze the thigh to come up. Push away and squeeze the thigh. Good. Keep the shoulders down, elbows pointing out to the side. Good. And you'll get a stretch through the inner thigh on the straight leg. Make this the last one. And then we're going to come over and stay here. We're going to lift this heel. So the heel on the bent knee is lifting and lowering. Good. Keep everything nice and strong. Shoulders down, elbows pointing out to the side. And 3 more. Good. Push back up. Good. Good posture in this position. Make sure you open the chest, tuck your chin, your toes are pointing out to the side, feet not too wide. Lunge to the other side. Good. And then we're lifting that heel. Try and control it. Lift the heel and then control it back down to the floor. Back up. Let's turn the toes in, swivel on the toes, turn the heels in, and then toes pointing back forwards again like that. Lifting up one heel, a little bit closer, lifting up one heel, and swap. Good. My lovely favourite exercise. Squeeze your glute and your thigh. So squeeze through the leg as you push that heel down. Concentrating on keeping yourself upright. Good. And in fact, to pull ourselves up a little bit taller, let's stretch the arms all the way up with the palms facing forwards, continuing with that same exercise, pushing one heel down and then the other. Keeping those arms stretching straight up. Draw in through your tummy, keeping your arms strong. It makes it a little bit more wobbly, doesn't it, through the bottom half? Means you've got to work that little bit harder with the arms straight up like that. Nice, both heels down. Take the arms out to the side. Turn the palms down and then pulsing up and down. Always makes me laugh, this one, like I'm trying to fly, but not actually trying very hard. Good. Knees bent, bottom tucked under, body strong, because you will need it on the next one. If you turn the palms to face forward and then slightly forwards and backwards. If we were trying to swim on this one. Shoulders down, arms straight, knees a little bit bent, draw in through your tummy. Brilliant. Bring the arms down to the sides, palms facing back. Take the weight onto the left leg, bring your right leg up in front, and now the arms will make sense because we are going forwards and backwards with the arms, with that right leg in front. If that's too challenging for you, you can just be on the toes in front of you there. It's like standing hundreds. Good. Bring that leg down. Pick up the other one. So many trains. Good. And off we go. So other legs up in front. Breathe. Lovely. Keep stretching your hands down. The arms are just moving a small amount. If I can swivel round to show you, they're just moving a small amount. Good. And remember, that foot can be on the floor if you need it to be. Very impressed with myself doing that little turn. Oh, come back down. Gosh, that's tiring. Well done. Give your legs a little shake. Nice. Let's just do some mini squats there to get our legs back in gear again. Sitting back and up. So they're just nice small ones there. Nice and small and quick. Just to engage things through the legs again there. Lovely. And let's add a side lift. So squat. Up, left, leg out to the side. Squat, up, other leg out. Good. Now you know what you're doing, you can get your balance a little bit better. Good. Side, trying to keep those hips level. We do these two exercises separately usually. So use the same control as you would normally use with that side lift of the leg. Really nice and controlled, not hitching up through the hip. Keep breathing. Good. Really nice. Nice to get into a little rhythm with this one. As long as that squat isn't too low, it's not too taxing. One more each side. Last one. Good. Legs a shake. Roll the shoulders a couple of times. We're just going to do a little bit of extra work around the arms. Palms facing up. Stretch forwards, wide to the front and back in. Good. Tuck the chin, lengthen the neck, bend the knees. Off we go. When you bring the arms back and the elbows back, feel like you're pulling in against the resistance. Think of a resistance band or a pulley or something that you're pulling in against. And last one. Great. Okay, let's stand on the end of the mat, toes pointing forwards. This is where I'm going to go down out of the sun, so without that sun on my face it'll be a bit chilly, I'd imagine. Breathing in, breathing out and curling all the way down. Let your arms hang and your head hang. Bend and straighten each knee, allowing your back to move and twist a little bit on this one, to allow the movement and mobility around through the hips. Good. And then actually I want you to lift one heel at a time. Have your fingertips on the floor if you can. One more each side. Nice. Coming down to hands and knees. Good. So let's rock forwards and backwards on those wrists. Have a little stretch through the wrists a few times. Good. Shoulders down away from your ears. Elbows nice and straight. Lovely. Turn one under. We haven't done these for a while. Keep an elbow straight, but you are not weight bearing through it. That would be way too much. You're just turning it under and having a little stretch. I've seen 2 people in the last couple of weeks with tennis elbow, and I think some of the home working setups have been a little bit challenging for people, and things like tennis elbow can come on because of that. Bring that hand down and the other hand tuck it over, and the reason I mention that is this is a tennis elbow stretch, so it's in the forefront of my mind. Good. All right, let's pick up the right arm, stretch it up and round, push up and away through the weight-bearing arm, your left arm, and then push through for thread the needle. Good. Coming up and round again. 2. Great. 3. Pushing up and round. And 2 more. Add the breath to it, breathing in as you come up. Breathe out as you come through. Lovely. And the other side, too many layers on here. Stretch up and through. Breathing in as you stretch up and breathing out as you stretch through. In and out. And one more. And out. Good. Lovely. Stretch your right leg out and behind you. Correct your upper half. Make sure your shoulders are in a good position. Stretch the leg across the body and then as far round as you can. So I don't mind that back rotating on this one, or side flexing. You're trying to just get that leg as far around in each direction as you can. And look to it with your head and get an idea of how far it's going. Hopefully everyone's got enough room to do this. I know some of you will be a little squished, I'm sure. Good. The side. Stretch out and cross it over first. 1, 2, remember how many I did on the other side, but that feels about right. Okay, let's drop the hips forwards and stretch. And then pick up the hips again and stretch back. Good. Off we go again. Hips forward. And back. And last one. Forward. And back. Nice. Just turning around into sitting. And let's have the hands behind us, so palms facing back, fingers facing back, palms on the floor. And I want us to stretch out that right leg. Left leg's on the floor. You've got the toe pointed on the right leg, and I want it lifting and lowering. Let's do 5 with the toe pointed and 5 with the toes up. 2, strong, straight knee there. 3, 4, 5, and then pull up through the toes, and off you go again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lovely. Come back in. Other leg out, point the toe, and off we go. 1, 2, you're pushing down into the floor with the other leg. 3, 4, 5, and you keep yourself upright, chest open, toes up, off we go again. 1, 4, 5. Lovely. All right. Bend both knees. Arms out in front. Pull yourself up forward. Curl back off the sitting bones. Pull yourself back up again. Pull back and pull up. Try to scoop in, draw in through that lower tummy as you pull back, and then pull yourself up tall. Good. Keep going. Think about yourself lowering and then extending and pulling up. Okay, bring the soles of your feet together and come forwards. Gives me a chance to warm up my toes and my hands. 3 degrees out here apparently. It looks a lot more, I think. Okay, so let's actually have the feet together in that position, and let's do a few more. Curling back and coming up tall. They're going to feel very different. 2, 3. You don't like it, bring your feet out a little bit further. That's better. 2 more. Lovely. All right, let's come down onto the mat. Toes pointing forwards, feet hip width apart. Sometimes before you come down, check those. In line with your hips, think about train tracks going down from the hips, knees, feet. Even the shoulders can be in that line. Take a breath in, a breath out, and drop the ribs down. Find that arch in the back by rocking back and forth. Settle halfway in between. Tighten through your pelvic floor, which should tighten your deep abdominals, and you know that it is if your hips are staying still as you lift and lower each leg. So get started lifting and lowering to tabletop and down. Keep pushing down into the floor each time with the foot, so the other one just floats up. Keeping those ribs down, chest open, chin tucked. Always nice to rerun through that little mantra, if you like, to make sure everything's in the right position. Good. Now let's move on. Right leg up, draw in, pick up the left, right down, left down. So today we're going to run through each exercise as we sometimes do. We'll run through them from beginning to end, from level 1 to level 5. So if ever you feel that I've moved on to a level you don't find very easy, or it causes any pain, then you must go down to the level below, which is just working at your level basically. Lovely. Swap legs, other leg first. Keep breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth. Nice and relaxed. Make sure the breath is coming into the outer lungs, outer ribs there. Good. Let's do one shoulder bridge just to ease things off, curling up and curl back down, because what we're going to do is go on to level 3 of these, which is both legs in tabletop, and tap and lift. Drawing in through your tummy, tap and lift, tap and lift. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Good. 3, 2, 1. Come back down, and as we just did, let's shoulder bridge, curling up just to ease things off, and curl back down. Lovely. So your next level, your level 5 of your scissors, is both legs up, tuck the chin, hold on behind the back of the leg, and stretch out and back in. And for those of you who are confused where level 4 went, level 4 is just a faster version of level 3, so I didn't do it. Stretching out to the leg, and the other one pushes straight up. Three, 2, 1. Good. Bring the knees in to ease that one off. So the nice thing about this series of exercises is you may move up through the levels, but now we're back down doing the nice first level of the next exercise. So tucking the chin, open the chest, find your little arch in the back, and lower one knee sideways and come back up. And then the other knee. Breathe. Good. Chin tuck, chest open. Nice and relaxed. Relaxed but poised. Ribs are in the right place. Chin tucked, taking the knee out. Try and get that knee as far as you can before the hips want to move. Brilliant. Bring your knees and your toes together. Hands on your ribs, elbows a little bit out to the side and rolling over. Push that top knee away and over, picking up the hip, going over. Try and go as far as you can to get a lovely stretch through your back, as long as you can control back without launching your legs back using momentum. Hands in my pockets there. Good. Brilliant. Chin tuck, chest open. Holding your ribs down with your hands. Lovely. Okay, we're going to bring both legs up to tabletop. Draw in your tummy. Take one leg sideways and back up. Other leg out and back up. Again, as far as you can without the hips following. Your hips that have like 2 headlights pointing straight up. Brilliant. And recheck that upper body position. Tucking the chin, keeping the chest open. Lovely. Bring the legs down. And let's do a quick shoulder bridge again to ease things off, curling all the way up. and curl back down. Lovely. Because we are bringing the legs up to tabletop, knees and toes pinned together, roll both legs to the side and pull back. Good. Picking up the hip, rolling over. Good. Brilliant. Your elbows are out, your hands are on your ribs, taking the legs over to the side. Recheck your posture from your top half too. Chin tucked, chest open. One more each side. Nice. And bring your legs down. Lovely. To the next level, one leg stretch as it's called. Stretching one leg out and then come back in. Push away with the other one. It's up to you whether you want to lead out with the heel or whether you want to lead out with the toe and point the toe and stretch the leg out that way. You could do some of each. Push away with the heel and then the other side of the heel and then push with the toe and the other toe. Lovely. Feels nice to stretch those legs and to tense through the thigh as well. Oh, I can't remember which one I'm doing now. So brilliant. Now to tabletop, out, in and down, and then the other leg, tabletop, out, in, down. I get a bit of sun on my toes, which is good because they're chilly. Good. Out, in, down. Keep going. One more each side. Lovely. Okay. We are going to bring both legs up to tabletop. Draw in the tummy, push the ribs down, chin tucked, stretch out and in. Good. Pushing that leg straight each time, tightening the thigh. Obviously, remember, stay on the level below. If you're feeling that is much more appropriate to you, if this pulls on your back or you can't control around your tummy here. Good. Lovely. Legs down. Let's do a shoulder bridge again to just ease things off. Tucking under, curling up, pushing your knees away and curl down. Good. So the next one we're going to be up in tabletop, come up into a crunch, and I'd like you to rotate around each time. You're just rotating around the spine. You're not trying to get that knee to the elbow or the elbow to the knee. Pushing away. Three, two, one, and coming back down. Well done. That's a tough series, so if you got through that with me, well done. We shall finish off our series on the back with just a few hundreds. So if you bring your chin to your chest and your shoulders off, arms down by your sides, and up and down with the hands. I want the left hand behind the head, so we're going to move quickly into that to support the neck. Stretch your right arm down by your sides, bring your left leg up to tabletop, and continue. Breathing in, breathing out, in and out. Let's swap arms and legs. Off we go. In, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep going. Out. last turn. Brilliant, come back down, lovely. So we've done a few shoulder bridges as we went, so that's that little section done. We turn onto our sides here for our clam exercise. So, head in hand there, tuck the ribs back, tuck the hips back, scoop your bottom under, feet in line with your bottom, and in fact it's that action that I want us to start with, lifting up the feet and back down. There. So both feet together. 3. We're trying to keep this section strong. 6, 7, 9, 10. And then we're going to start lifting the knee. Off we go. 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10. Lift up the feet and go again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 9, 10. Keep that top leg up, and then the bottom leg joins it and down. The toes join it and down. 7, 8, 9, 10. Straighten out the bottom leg, bend the top knee, and we're lifting that knee. 2, 3, 4, 5, 9, 10. I've got to remember this series on the other side. Bring that leg forward, there, and it's the back leg that's lifting straight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10. Lovely. Other side. Okay. Head and hand. Tuck the ribs back, tuck the hips back, tuck your bottom under, feet in line with your bum, and then up and down with both feet. 2, 10. Ready, lifting the knee. Draw in your tummy, strong through there. Keep breathing. 7, 9, 10. Lift the feet to hip height. Excuse me. Top knee. Okay. I guess you guys have done 10 there, so I have my little pause. Bottom foot down and up. 2, 3, 7, 8, 9, 10. Raising the bottom leg out, bend that top knee, hook your foot around the back of your knee, and go. 2, 3, 7. Bring that leg in front and the back leg lift. 2, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10. Fabulous. That's our glutes done. Sitting up, crossing your legs. Breathe in, breathe out and come forward. Breathe in, stretch up. Breathe out and reach forward. And again. Breathing in. Breathe out, stretch forward. That's one, breathe in. Breathe out and stretch forward. Good. Hands to the side. Coming over, just allowing that hand to stretch over like that. And come back up. And then the other side. Keeping both sitting bones down on the floor. Good. And staying upright, trying to move smoothly from side to side. Good, and let's reach around now. Try to touch the other hand. One more each side. Brilliant. Coming up, just scooting around actually, keeping one leg tucked underneath you and then sinking down to stretch that glute. Good. We're back with that leg and squeeze the other one underneath you. To keep your back knee bent, and if you prefer, straighten it out. Let's stretch up with that right arm and down to the floor with the elbow. Towards the floor with the elbow as we get to stay. 2. 4. 5. Lovely. Swap sides, step the other leg forwards, and off we go. 1, 2, back knee down if you want, remember. 3, 4, 5. Good. Can we come up into a downward dog, and then down and forwards into a back arch or cobra. Up, walk your feet in just a little bit maybe, and then come forwards. Let's do a couple more of those. Up, and forwards. Coming through a plank position, up into your plank, back, and forwards. Let's lower ourselves down and stretch one quad. Pull your heel towards your bottom and push your knee away from you down towards your other toe. Good, and then swap sides. Tucking your bottom under, pushing your knee away. Lovely. Coming up onto your hands and knees. And just a few nice gentle arch and drop. turning the toes under, stretching your bottom up, and then start to walk your hands to your feet. And then you can hang there briefly. Breathe in and out. Curl your way back up. Let's stretch one heel forward. Stretch your bottom backwards to get a nice hamstring stretch. Lovely, coming out of the hamstring forward, of the heel forward. Good. Great, coming back up. So give your legs a little shake. Let's do one last stretch. Stretching that right arm up, left arm down, and just shimmy to the side like that. Round, hands together to the front, and curl up. Then the other side, one arm up, one arm down, coming over, round, hands together, to the front, and curling up, roll the shoulders a couple of times. I've just had a check of my watch. We have a minute or so, so let's do a quick neck stretch to finish off. Taking your head over to the side, stretching the other arm down. Breathe in, breathe out, and let it sink over a little bit further. Good, allowing the head to come up. Breathe in, using that hand, coming over, stretch the other arm down. Easing into that side stretch. Good work. Coming back up. Roll the shoulders. Lovely. So I hope you enjoyed that.